I've never seen blowback towards the left like this in American history at all. The last 20, 30 years, it seemed like these people could get away with saying anything. And you just sit there helplessly watching as they're like, oh, they're controlling the culture. They're going to just make it even more woke. They're just going to go even crazier. They're going to be even more hateful. Well, we're starting to see that, like with this Charlie Kirk assassination, that people have had enough. We've got people who are fired from video game companies, DC Comics removed. And Stephen King made a nasty statement yesterday, and he's getting just absolutely savaged on XY on this. Now, if you don't know about Stephen King, the horror writer, who, of course, has tons of movies to his name and tons of best-selling books to his name, over the last, few years, he's just been purely involved with Trump derangement. You would have no clue he actually has books or movies or anything, because all he ever posts about is just how much he hates Trump. That kind of abject hate is what led to this, and we understand this. And of course, we've been warning about this for a long, long time. And he actually went over the line and was forced to delete things because he does have a new movie coming out this weekend. I don't think many people are going to go see it anyway, but hey, he wanted to step his foot into this, and he gave his kind of half-hearted apology, because I don't think he really apologized for the sentiment of what he was attempting to do, which is nasty stuff. And this is exactly what the left's attempting to do in everything. I showed some Star Trek actors doing it yesterday, the Ghost of Yotai person. There's so many on Blue Sky. It's crazy. They're still going, and it's wild. Now, let's get into this news in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I am a Christian conservative author, and of course, I'm blacklisted from the industry just because I do YouTube videos like this one. And I have a book called Justified Saga of the Nando Templar. I'd love for you to check this out. It's a trilogy. It's a lot like Star Wars, but a crusading group in space. It's a lot of fun. It's in the description below. It's available on ebook, print, and audio, and I hope you'll check it out. Thanks, guys, for being here and for reading. Okay, so yes, he's another Trump hater. He's been saying terrible things all the way around, and this is the tweet that was heard around the world today. And we'll look at the blowback that Stephen King is continuing to get right now in just a moment. But here it is. Charlie Kirk was not a controversial or polarizing man. He was a patriot, they said. And he says he advocated stoning gays to death. Just saying. Now, in the wake of a guy just getting shot and killed right now, saying something like this comes across as this is, it was totally justified to shoot him because he advocated. That's what it comes across as. Now, he might not have meant it to cause across that, but I mean, his just deranged hatred is just to go out there and attack people. Even a guy who just got shot, who just lost his life. And this is just so sick. This is an indicator of just how sick all of these people are always. And he hates you. He really does. He doesn't want you going to his movies. He doesn't want you reading his books. He really just hates you. And this is a mask-off moment on this. And so what, of course, Stephen King's talking about is just the fact that Leviticus 20 says when a man lies with a man like a man lies with a woman, he must be put to death. And Charlie Kirk has talked about that in his speeches, and he's talked about how people cherry pick Bible verses and don't actually talk about the context of them and things like that when he's talking about it. And Stephen King just went with it because he said that. Like it's really crazy. And this is what the left does. They don't care. They want to gotcha you. They want to take you out of context. They want to, of course, just frame you and strawman you as a subhuman. They want you to not be treated as human. And this is exactly what it leads to. So does Stephen King learn this? Absolutely not. Now, he did apologize, but he just apologized because he literally just was factually inaccurate, right? I apologize for saying Charlie Kirk advocated stoning gays. What actually he demonstrated was how some people cherry-pick biblical passages. But he wasn't sorry about the implication or sorry about being rude to a dead guy after it. He was sorry about, that he just didn't have the facts right because he wishes he could have gotcha'd Charlie Kirk. And that's the whole problem here. This is where they're really mask off just on how hateful and evil these people are all the way around. Now, like I said, there's people getting fired over this type of stuff. We're going to cover the Ghost of Yotai situation in a bit. We've got a mental health person. We got a Carolina Panthers employee out there. This is going pretty wild at this point. People are not tolerating this anymore. But Stephen King, of course, has his movie coming out. The only reason he was going to apologize at all, because he doesn't usually, is that he has his movie coming out. And right after he posted that, which is deleted now, this is what he was posting. He's got this Walk or Die movie So he posts that Charlie Kirk thing being nasty, and within a couple minutes, this is, like I said, it was right after it, he posts this movie advertisement. It's like, what the heck? I mean, dude, can you be any more insensitive and crazy? You can see he's got the crazy eyes going on, and this is just an indicator of that. The movie looks stupid. It's literally walking, and one person, whoever's the last standing, gets to live or something. Really weird, and the military follows them around. I can't imagine going and seeing that anyway. But I definitely wouldn't go see it now that it's obvious that Stephen King hates Christians and conservatives, right? And so he's of course getting a ton of blowback in the comments. I'm like, hey, this is not an apology. Justifying lies is how the left responds because they lack the ability to self-reflect. And some people don't have to pretend like he was always nice and friendly. They're talking about Charlie Kirk. He was always inflammatory, right? It's like, geez. And Charlie Kirk speedruns the Bible like it's a buffet, skip the love thy neighbor, double down on the Old Testament wrath. So even though he said he lied, and then look at that, like so again, this is another just taken out of context thing intentionally here, which is what they do. And there they go. So his little followers are going on with this. Now, as he continues on, Sebastian Gorka says, "When you decrepit liar, show us when Charlie ever said that." He says, "I have apologized." Ted Cruz says, "You're a horrible, evil, twisted liar." No, he did not. The horrible, evil, twisted liar apologizes. This is what I get for reading something on Twitter without fact-checking. Won't happen again. So he blames Twitter instead of paying attention to what he did. Again, the sentiment, Stephen King, what you're missing here is you hate Charlie Kirk that much that you want to paint him as a, quote, horrible, evil, twisted person when he was certainly not. And that's very, very obvious at this point. And again, the guy is dead. You don't need to gotcha him. You don't have to make a political point to say that Christians are bad. That's the most stupid, asinine, and of course, insensitive thing you could have possibly done. And you don't seem to understand that. But the reason he's quote tweeting this like this is not to just like be like more contrite. It's because Sebastian Gorka is a conservative influencer. Ted Cruz is a big conservative senator. He wants to show, oh, these people are paying attention to me, and that's what the left is. It's the leftism in and of itself is extreme narcissism all the way around. There's another one. I have apologized. Charlie Kirk never advocated stoning gays to death. Thank you. Glad you said that. I was wrong. I apologize. I've deleted my post. Defiant L's. I'd say Stephen King should be ashamed of himself, but what's the point? And that's the problem. He doesn't have the shame for what the purpose of the tweet was. It was just the fact that he was off on it, right? And so Critical Drinker actually says, F off. You're just sorry you got called out. Correct. Exactly. Apology not accepted, says George Hayworth. You point the finger at people like Charlie was saying they spread hate, but in fact it's people like you spreading all the vitriol. Do the world a favor and delete your socials. Yeah. You've played a part in dehumanizing Charlie and people like him. You played a part in what led up to Charlie's assassination. And there it is. You weren't wrong. There's video, says someone, of course, leaving out the context. And he actually explained the context already. And this is how deranged these people are. They don't care. They just want cancel. And this is the end result of cancel, right? It's absolutely crazy. So this is Stephen King. And yes, he apologized and deleted it. But gosh, it doesn't ring very good, does it? And I wish these people wouldn't act like this, but unfortunately, this is the world we live in. When it comes to books, publishing, entertainment, all of these people are like this 100% of the time. And it's, it's a real mask-off moment for America, where at least we get to hold their feet to the fire for how hateful and evil they truly are. Leave a comment down below. Please hit the like and subscribe button and check out my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. If you like good Christian messaging and science fiction, you will enjoy this. Thanks for being here and supporting. We'll be back soon.